Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the final day of Speedrun Ragnarok 2021. I am moonblazewolf. I'm going to be hosting this next run of Chicory, A Colorful Tale by SushiKishi. Before we get started, I just want to read a donation that came in during the break that we were having there. It is a $5 donation from Calico Cat, and the comment is, "I'm watching from Japan. I support you." Thank you so much for that donation. And without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and turn things over to our next runner. Sushi, take it away.
Boshi Boshi! My name's SushiKishi. We're going to be playing through Chicory. It's a category name is a bit of a mouthful. We're playing All Bats 1.0, which means we are playing on not necessarily 1.0. You can see here in the corner we're playing on 1.0.0.50. We're playing on an unpatched version of the game. And All Bats stands for all bosses and trials. Those are the bats, the bosses, and the trials and things like that. So we're going to be playing pretty much everything the game wants you to play in a normal run. We're just not going to be taking it um, by the vanilla method, if that makes sense. I have lots of tips and tricks and glitches and such at my disposal, but we're going to be seeing most of the required content. Can I spell the word Steam? I believe the name Bid War technically was Team Re-Steam, which is one letter too many, but I'm going to name it after the text channel in Discord we've been using to set up for restreamers this week, which is SRR Resteam. And I believe I don't even know it right now. I can start the run first, but I think the costume has been locked in as the Bat Dog costume. If I've got that correct. And then the run's gonna
Yep.
start.
I just want to confirm that for you, Sushi. It is the Bat Dog costume.
Cool. All right, so the run's gonna start when I confirm my favorite food here. In 3, 2, 1, go. So Chicory, A Colorful Tale stars the main character here, who is a dog whose default name is Pizza. I usually name them Sushi. Today we have named them SR Re-Steam. So Pizza Sushi Re-Steam is the janitor in this Wielder Tower. So before we can really start our adventure, we have to do our chores here a little bit. We have to clean up that room just a little bit. And we're going to take this magical brush that was just lying around. And now we can start our adventure proper by we're gonna stop in the cafe, maybe get a cup of coffee, something like that. Clip through the wall right there. We'll go over that clip in just a little bit. I just want to get right into the boss fight, just like that. And we're into the third boss fight of the game, first boss fight of this speed run. That clip through the wall is just as easy as it looks on 1.0. That wall does exist. The flower pot there just makes it not matter that there's a wall there. This third fight is a duel against Chicory, who's, the name on the game, right? It's the name on the title screen. So we're almost done with the game, just like that. We're what, a minute in? I have got my timer halfway covered up here by chat. We're roughly a minute in, and we're already on the final boss of the game. And it's not quite that easy. That's it for the first phase. Come on. There we go. Second phase is going to add these nice little Final Fantasy 14 AoE circles to dodge. Just keep moving. Also keep painting. I let my finger off the button there for a second. Okay. So if you look at the stripe, if you will, that indicates when an attack is coming. If it's coming across my body, that means it's going to curve, and I need to, more likely than not, like close in on Chicory to dodge that. If it's going straight at me, I just need to dodge side to side. It's going to be a fastball versus a curveball. That's it for phase 2. Come on. Beanie beanie. There we go. This last phase is going to add this nice little chase sequence here. Should be easy enough to dodge as long as I keep moving. Ooh. Come on. I thought it was Final Fantasy 14 AoE server for a second. It was the into the paintbrush. Yo! There we go. That's gonna be it for this boss fight. I want to pick up the brush. So unlocking, clearing the third boss fight there unlocks the ability to jump. And I'm behind this big tree here, so you're not gonna be able to see me here for a second. But you notice what I'm doing here, since I can jump, but I can't swim yet, is I'm jumping across the river, the body of water, and then I'm gonna save and quit. And when I start back into when I pick up my save file again, the game's gonna try and find a safe spot for me to land. And if I'm, roughly more than halfway across the water, it'll just carry me to the other side of that body of water. We're going to be using clips related to jumping in quite a few ways, as you'll see throughout the run. And here's that flower pot skip again. You go down, tap left, and you're out. That's it. That's all there is to that. It really is that easy. I think that's only a air quote 1.0 trick. I think that was patched out pretty early on. So if you're playing on current patch, you definitely can't do that. I'm just going to go out of bounds here into Nibble Tunnel. Now, the first boss fight I'm supposed to fight will unlock the ability to have glow-in-the-dark paint. Obviously, I don't have that. I need a... So for an audio cue here. Nope, I can actually see right there that I'm not out of bounds anymore. That should fix it. Yep, I missed my jump. I'm actually tuned to what would be headed towards what would be the first boss fight in the game. I'm sorry, the second boss fight in the game. I always forget the glow boss exists because we just get it so late now. And yeah, we're not actually going to get the glow ability in this run. We're gonna have to fight the boss. It is part of all bosses and trials, but because we're sequence breaking that particular boss fight, we don't actually unlock that ability. Now this is our boss fight against the knight here. Oh, I need to mute my mic for a second, excuse me. Sorry about that. Nothing too crazy about this boss fight until the ears start turning into vines and chasing me down, and then I'll if I'm a little sleepy, if I'm a little rusty, if I just miss a jump, that's usually the attack that gets me. Spinny, spinny, spinny. Jumping really makes the vine mechanic a lot easier to dodge. You don't normally have the ability to jump for this boss fight. On to the last couple of attacks here. Should be able to just stand in. Whoa! Sugar. I'll have the ability to swim on land. Ooh, and whatever was loose in my headphone connection just became unloose, and now it is very loud on my headphones. Excuse me. So we've got a new, we got a new ability with the brush. But as you can see, I can't see anything. Oh, I'm hearing an echo. Hold on. Let me see if I can figure out why I'm hearing an echo. Why do I hear an echo? Did I boot up the stream somewhere? I just want to know if that echo is going out to stream or not. If it's not and it's just in my ear, it's not going to bother me. I just don't know if everybody can hear the echo. I want to make sure I didn't like pull up stream in the background somehow or another. Come on. Come on. There we go. You do not hear an echo, then I am talking about an echo and nobody knows what I'm talking about, and that's perfectly fine. All right. So we're gonna go back into the temple I just cleared, and you can see this is what I mean about the ability to swim on land. I'm combining that with the jump ability is actually the fastest way to move through the game. So you're gonna see me doing this dolphin swim as much as I can. Except on this screen, I don't want to fall back and bounce here again. There we go. Stayed out of bounds this time. There we go. Come on.
Can I pop in with a couple quick donations?
Absolutely.
I've got 2 anonymous donations. The first one is $20 with the comment from Japan. Thank you again, arigato. And the other is a $5 anonymous donation. So thank you so much.
We're just gonna very quickly take a little picture for our not our driver's license, our transit pass. And the same thing, it's gonna unlock fast travel for us. And now that I have fast travel and the ability to swim on land, I can actually go unlock our costume of choice, which is the Bat Doll costume. All right, yeah, I'm kind of just go north, just as I would normally do on a run here. I'm gonna head south of the town and clip out of bounds on a staircase in a little shop just outside of Dinners. Sugar. There we go. Head right up to this corner. And in another dark room, head north. This is actually the color lab. You can set a you can see if you watch, you're limited to a spectrum of 4, I guess a selection I should say, of 4 different colors, and those 4 colors will change depending on the region you're in. You can actually pick color, customize colors there in the color lab. Oops. It's our first part of the costume. Just sitting there in the color lab waiting for us. The second one, I'm about to skip like half the game by accident. Let's not do that. Let's go get our costume. Save and quit, jump there. Save and quit, jump here. I don't need to save and quit this one, but we are going to use it to get across the water here. Now the area I'm in now is actually one of the entrance to one of the trials that we would do later on in the run. I mean, we're actually going to do, as I said, we're going to do all the trials. We're actually going to skip this particular part of the trial. This is the only time you're going to see it, and it's gone. There's our costume. Make sure. Oh, you know what? I want it. I want one of the colors up there. So let me head back up. What? One room to the north again. I didn't need to save and quit that. There we go. I can customize color palette. Lock those in. There is our bat. Oops. There's our Bat Doll costume. I gotta get back over where I was. Hold up. You know what? We'll just go back around. Rather than trying to hit that little tiny jump. There we go. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, it might just be because it's early, but in my head now I'm just like humming the old Batman theme song. except I'm, fat dog. So
Yeah.
thank you everybody who donated for that too. That's very cool.
A little bit of backtrack to this room, just because obviously the costume's not normally routed in. Instead of going north here, we're gonna go east here. There we go. Gonna put us right next to our next boss fight down here in Feast. I'm skipping 2 whole cave systems and quite a bit of platforming doing so. Come on. Now you can see there are 2 colors being painted on the screen at the same time. This game does have that's not the word I'm looking for. This game is inspired somewhat by other games like Earthbound and like the Legend of Zelda series. Specifically, it reminds me a lot of Link's Awakening, which does not have a mirror fight against Dark Link, but that's kind of what we've got here. You can see I've got evil Pizza Sushi Re-Steam over here on the right, and when he's using this color scheme, I have to attack him with my brush. When he looks like a character from Paper Mario, I have to attack him with his own brush. Sometimes he will sync with my movement, sometimes he will not. So there's just a lot to keep track of this fight as far as what damage phase I'm in, where I need to be brushing, things like that. Second phase of the fight, more Final Fantasy 14 AoE circles to break the shield. Sugar. Wrong brush. And a little bit, we're gonna stay. Here we go, rotating the screen. That means we're into the last phase of the fight here. Now there is some strategy to just flinging this brush around and hoping you hit stuff, but if you focus a little bit, focus your fire a little bit, that is the better way to go. Come on. Ooh, I was gonna say, I don't even know where I'm supposed to stand. That was weird. It's like it swapped twice there. That was odd. Now I have the ability to swim up walls. I still can't swim on the water yet, by the way. I can swim on the land. I can swim up a wall. But I cannot swim in the water quite yet. I can only really doggy paddle, which is not just a pun. I really can only just doggy paddle in very, very shallow water. Come on. Come on. Up. Up. Come on. There we go. And now you see the immediate problem with skipping the glow ability early is now I'm in Grub Caverns. I have no glow ability. I really do need a... Right about there is a vine I need to swim up. I can only swim up the vine when there's ink in the vine. And right next to the vine is something that will just eat up my ink. So we might be on the screen a little bit. Where is it? Nope, didn't quite get it. I'm getting ink in the vine. I'm not getting me. Oh, I think I'm actually up there now. So I'm about here. I'm gonna jump towards the top left corner. I don't even need to save and quit. Yep, there we go. I saw the screen transition. I left one more screen. Go up. We're already to our next boss fight, which is going to be the first of the 4 trials. We're actually doing it early. Because you're not supposed to start the trials until you learn the ability to swim on water.
This is a good time for a donation?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to do that Bat Dog theme song after all, because we have a $8.47 donation from Bat Dog themselves that says na 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 Bat Dog. Thank you so much for the donation. I just want to give everybody a quick reminder that our next naming bid war is for Pokemon Sword a little bit later on this morning. And you can donate to name the main Pokemon that are used.
Ow, I tried to dodge that.
It looks like the name for the Sylveon is currently Ein at $66.65, and the name for the Mantine is Bear at $15.
I don't think I've talked about it this run, but this game does have just a skip cutscene button. So anytime you see the screen flicker like that, it's because I'm skipping some sort of cutscene, usually between boss phases, you know, going into out of boss fights, stuff like that. Also, every screen transition is also technically a cutscene. It does this very nice like wipe effect between rooms. It's very pretty, but it's also coded as a cutscene, which means it's skippable. So you mash that button a ton in this speed run, just to pick up a couple of frames, you know, a little bit of time here and there as throughout the whole entire course of the run. Kind of like arm pumping in Super Metroid, just not nearly as difficult or taxing, but the same concept. You're picking up a little bit of time everywhere you go. And this is our fast travel. We're gonna hop on a bench. This big old bird comes by and picks us up and takes us where we want to go. So if you forget to get your fast travel pass, that is quite a little bit of a time loss there. That one feels bad. Oops. Can't jump over the bed. Also, a good time to talk about the charity and or read any donations, because this is air quote a boss fight, but there is no damage to deal. This is really more an auto scroller where I just have to dodge out.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to tell everybody a little bit more about Take This. Take This is a mental health nonprofit, and their main mission is to inform the gaming community about mental health issues, provide education on different disorders and prevention techniques, and reduce the overall stigma around mental illness. The Take This motto is support community and mental wellness because it takes both appropriate support, including healthy work and home environments, clinical support, and opportunities for self-care, as well as a supportive community to build the resilience everyone needs for mental well-being. If you'd like more information on their fantastic work, please visit takethis.org. And I also just want to remind everybody that we do have merch for Speedrun Ragnarok. Our official merch shop is back again with a wider selection of items than ever before. We have tees, hoodies, and tanks again, but we've also added football jerseys, baseball tees, and face masks. We also have a limited edition logo series exclusive for this year. As always, all profits from the merch sales will be donated directly to Take This. And I have to say, on a personal note, I am wearing my Speedrun Ragnarok hoodie from the last marathon, which I know was also a Bonfire product, so they're the same makers this time. It is so cozy. I'm not overly concerned, but if I do happen to doze off here, I'm gonna blame the hoodie. So it's just that nice.
Oh my goodness! Stop running in it. There we go. And now at long last, I can swim on the water. And we're going to go complete our 4 trials now, which is really just our 3 trials because we've already completed one of them. And we also have to go fight the first boss in the game. Now, interestingly, because we've cleared other boss fights, the game thinks we've already beaten the first boss, so the door to get there isn't open. We have to find another way in. So we're taking a little bit of a tour through Yum Cave here in the dark. I might be back in bounds. Yeah, back in bounds. We gotta fix that. Maybe in its bottom right corner. Now you're gonna see me come by this big pack. Just a little bit of light that I need to know I am not stuck on some crystal or something that's over there. Now we're in our first boss fight of the game against the big ol' eye. Big ol' eye and some of its little friends. Whoop. Oh, really? Oh. Boss fights are not too complicated in this game. What's really nice about this game is that it really does want you, it really does want to be played. It doesn't want to make it a player-friendly experience as much as possible. As far as your difficulty options are concerned, you have a lot. You can turn damage on and off. You can change the amount of hit points you have. You can also change the amount of reaction time that you need to do certain puzzles and things like that. There we go. And this first boss fight's really weird. Like when you beat it out of order, it doesn't give you like the brush cutscene or anything. It just gives you back control of your character. In the same room you would normally get it. It just kind of just dumps you there. Not any plot or story or anything. But this is gonna be our second trial. Our second trial would be exploring this area, doing a lot of puzzling and finding 4 of these brush flowers that we're now going to plant here by this tree. These are our brush flowers. There is a lot of plot development here as far as what the brush is, where the brush came from, and things like that we're not going to talk about because it's the speed run. But really all we need to do here is plant our flowers. If you can skip to the end, the game gives you the 4 flowers you're supposed to find anyway. So that's it for the trial. We get to skip. You'll see some of the area we were supposed to go platforming around in. You'll actually see some of the flowers as well if you look for them that we were supposed to go and get. We're out of here. Off to the swamp. Oh, there was one more incentive. Was the mountain climb donation incentive met? Because that would be after this trial.
I believe so, but I'm gonna just triple check.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll hold. I need to actually step away here for a minute. I'm sorry, there's something going on in the other room I need to take care of. So I'll leave the timer going, but I need to actually step away from the keyboard. I am really sorry about this. I'll be right back.
Well, that sounds like a good time for me to jump in and just confirm for chat that yes, that mountain climb incentive was met, and also tell y'all a little bit about Speedrun Ragnarok and the RPG Valkyries. The RPG Valkyries offer a cozy place for speedrunners of all kinds of games to chat and share stories and strategies. Whether you're a novice or an expert or even simply speedrunning enthusiast, you can find a comfy home here. Type !Discord in chat for a link. And I already talked about the swag. Let's see. Oh, I should talk about prizes for a second. There's daily prizes again this year, so we are officially on the final day. If
Ew.
you use the command !Prizes in the chat,
I'm sorry, I didn't
you will
mean to
get a
interrupt.
link to that. Hey, Sushi, what's up?
No, I'm saying I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt, and then I cut my headphones off for a second. I'm sorry. Um, no, I'm sorry. I had to step away for a second. There was something going on in the other room I needed to help with. We're all good now.
Yeah, we're all good. You're back to the action.
Yeah.
Obviously everything is just fine.
So that we are gonna climb the mountain the way we're supposed to. I'll show off shortly what we would normally do, but we'll climb it vanilla. I'm not gonna go to the mountain the way we're supposed to do. What I would normally do is, whoops, I clicked outside the game. Clicked outside the game twice. There we go. What I would normally do is stay swimming like this, climb all the way up the mountain like this, and you see, skip all the screens like this. Not today. We're gonna do this the right way around. That means I gotta get myself in bounds over here. Get myself in bounds over here. Get me back in bounds. I've never had this much trouble getting back in bounds over here. What if I just let go of the okay. That was a new way to do it. But here's the bottom of the mountain. Let's make our way up. There was a lot of platforming and fun stuff on the way up here. You can see a lot of different game mechanics in this part of the game. This is also the only part of the game where there is wind. You can see it's affecting my ability to jump. I don't know why I thought I could make that jump, but I guess I could show off. It's affecting my ability to jump. I need to swim across the wall there. There we go. We're also going to work with these clouds. Oh, I didn't stand up in time. There we go. Gotta wait for the wind. See how long it's been since we've had to do this vanilla. I gotta wait for the wind there. Nope. That was just rude. Oh wait, that's for the present. Where am I going? I'm at the present. Wait for the wind. I keep forgetting there's a wind. There we go. Oh my god, no, I forgot about the wind again. Just wait a second. Just wait for another cycle. Yeah, look at that. It's easy. Oh my goodness. I kept forgetting the wind was there. These bubbles blow up when you paint them, and they'll explode the little rocks. This is the We'll have to catch it again. Normally you can just push them around as you want. I don't think that's gonna be close enough. Oh, nice. But they'll also be carried by the wind, so you need to push them over in time. That is a little risky. We're gonna skip that cutscene just by going right by it. Up, up, up. Wait for the wind. You need to take this far right path first. Get up there. That's not gonna be close enough for anything. Get up. Get up there. Paint. There you go. Up first, and then down. Here, that's going to clear the way for us to take this other path down. Come on. Come on. There we go. Wait. Going to the right. Wind. And again. There we go. Plenty of time. Make this turn. You're getting close, but we're not quite there yet. This room might be one of the most frustrating in the game because you have to time this fairly specifically to land in the cloud. There we go. You gotta wait for the wind. There we go. Just patience. Just need a lot of patience in that room. When to change and up. Come on. Oh, Faust, help me there. There we go. And now we're into the last couple of rooms for real this time. If I were out of bounds, I'd be able to get a bit of a different cutscene skip there. We're just gonna have to use a cutscene skip button. Come up here, skip this, and there's a great little musical number here that we're going to skip because it is a cutscene. But that is the mountain climb. Just like that. The most important thing is to keep an eye on the wind. And then just take advantage of the clouds. Just get used to the timing of the clouds. Even in like a glitch, I shouldn't say glitches, but even in a let's say more vanilla speedrun. I don't know. I guess glitchless would do the mountain climb vanilla. But really it's just a little bit of practice to get used to the timing. Back to luncheon. We have cleared all of the trials now. Now we can go to the finale, which is not in here. Up here. I don't know how many times I've done that. Funny enough, if you do in the other order, if you go in the door and then leave, sometimes Chicory will just leave and you don't have to skip that cutscene at all. I'm far enough now, I can, yeah. Going halfway through. The game is going to count the number of screens I've been lost in. The game's just waiting for me to be lost long enough. Which means if you're mashing that skip cutscene button to skip these pretty paint effects, you need to stop doing it here because the code that actually counts the number of screens you've walked through is a part of the screen transition, and you will cutscene skip over the counter that lets you actually advance the game, and you can just be here. Theoretically, you could be here forever, and in reality, you'll just be here for a very long time, most likely, unless you just that frame perfect of skipping the exact frame you need to every single time. In practice, you'll just lose a lot of time there if you're just wailing on the skip cutscene button. And then in the cutscenes that we skip there, the brush is destroyed, gets eaten by the void. We're very sad. We no longer have any of the powers of the brush. I can't jump. I can't swim. I can't really even doggy paddle. Very, very sad. And I can't get into town this way. Let's see if we get. I did. I got the crash. Nice job. Did I leave the game folder open so I could launch it right away? Of course not. Of course not. Games, chicory, chicory. So what happens there is if you skip cutscene, at the same time you're talking to an NPC who was going to travel, do any kind of walking on the screen during the text, the game sometimes will just crash. It doesn't like you skipping a cutscene when somebody's supposed to be moving at the same time. I'm glad I got to show it off at least. That bug I think is still present in modern versions of the game. I think that's really more related to the engine. I'm just not really handling all of those things going on at the same time very well. Oh, I can skip cutscenes again. That's right. Now, this is a pretty long cutscene, but it's not a skippable cutscene. We have to draw this brand new brush out of the earth, um, and let the entire musical number play out. There we go. Until you get the brush cursor back, and then you can skip the last part of the cutscene. Get back into the avoid the corruption here. Gonna get a quick tour of a bunch of rooms we didn't see. These are all the bedrooms of all the previous wielders, the people who have used this magical brush over the years, that we meet during our particular part of the adventure of the brush. And into the actual final boss fight, which is a bit lengthy. There are a lot of phases to this fight. Oh goodness, Frankie. I don't know if you can hear my cat. Oh, well, you can probably hear her now, because you must have heard me talking about her. Ow. Yes, I know. The sun is up and somebody's awake, therefore you must be fed. I understand. You're gonna have to wait just a couple more minutes, then I'll come feed you breakfast. Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I wish you guys could hear the sass I just got. All right, now you can see the brush is starting to mirror my movements a little bit here. We're gonna start, not quite at the end of the phase. We're going to start doing some boss refights here after I think one more damage cycle. Yo. There we go. And what feels a little odd about this one is this particular version of the fight. I feel like the mirror is not quite centered. It feels a little off center sometimes. And I don't know if that's maybe like a 1.0 thing or if that's just in my head. But it does take a little getting used to. Oop, let me watch them. Oh. Ah. Just need to keep moving. I'm trying to blow here. Keep moving. Wake up. There we go. Now we're on to the second part fight. This is really what I was waiting for. Is now I need to do. Come on. Pull up. There we go. Is line up so that those starbursts explode and hit evil pizza sushi me steam to deal damage to break the damage shield. Goodness. I just need to dodge out and wait for the next round of these starbursts. Oh, that hit. Nice. I didn't think that hit for a second. That's it for that phase. Now we're on to Chicory again. I told you it was the last fight of the game. I told you the first fight of the game is the last fight of the game. But I just can't seem to land any damage. If only there was somebody here to help me by maybe landing some crowd control abilities so I can hit an attack. There we go. So now there's good and evil Chicory whoa as well. Gotta make sure I'm hitting the right one first off. Nice. There's quite a bit of RNG here. I'm waiting for wow. I'm waiting for my partner to land an attack to bind evil Chicory so I can deal some damage. Otherwise they're just gonna keep dodging. Nice. Trying to think ahead. I think this is the last refight, and then we have one new boss battle after this. The last phase of the fight. I think I got that right in my head. And the new thing here, I don't think we're going to see it quite yet, is Blackberry's actually going to bind my partner, so I have to set my partner free as well. So now that attack goes both ways. Come on. Oh my goodness. Need to clean out this trackball. There we go. All right, last phase here. And technically speaking, the brush is going through using attacks of all the previous wielders, but without the context of the stories. Not all of it's going to be recognizable outside of context, other than maybe that big lion face. The big lion face obviously looks like it's a character of some sort, but all of them do have some sort of tie to previous wielders of the brush. Come on. There we go. By far, I think the deadliest attack here is the kaleidoscope pattern. And that's just because that attack feels like it really cheats sometimes. Like I'll jump into what's clearly a free spot, and then something will just spawn under there, and I'll just feel really bad about it. Nothing you can really do about that. It's probably not that unfair, but it does feel like the most unfair and dangerous part of the fight. A lot of the rest of it is just really pretty to look at, but is usually pretty easy to dodge, unless you're talking about how easy it is to dodge, evidently. Oh, come on. Couldn't give me that one. Couldn't give me that one. Come on, Chicory. Come on. Come on. Yeah. All right. Oh, and that is Ty. I didn't mean to actually skip the last cutscene there. I forgot, dude. So because cutscenes can be skipped, I had a 49:17 on my end, by the way. That was a little anticlimactic, but the ending cutscene after you deal the final blow is a cutscene that gets skipped. Um, so unfortunately, time comes very suddenly there, and I forgot about it until I hit the skip cutscene button. I was like, oh yeah, I'm not in control of the timer on the screen. I'm sorry about that. That's my fault, not giving you more heads up on that. But that is Chicory, a colorful tale. That is all bats on 1.0. Lots of different glitches and stuff that we got to show off there. Um, got to show off the costumes. Thank you donating for the name bid war and for the bat dog costume. I did see someone in chat earlier. I haven't had Batman stuck in my head all week. I've had the cat dog theme stuck in my head all week. Oh, what a little bat dog. That's what I've been singing in my head all week. But that's it for Chicory. Thank you for inviting me. There is a whole entire day left on the schedule, so please donate to take this. I will see you guys next time.